Good afternoon. Today we're going to be doing our lesson 4, syllable division. All right, everybody show me listening and learning position. You're looking like Thor, ready to go. Good job. All right, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start with our rapid recognition chart. Let's practice these sounds, but first listen to me say these sounds. S-K, sk, B-R, brr, T-R, tr, N-G, S-T, st, C-K, all right, ready? We're going to set the timer for 1 minute, and we are going to read as many blends as we can. All right, ready? Go. S, brr, tr, st, tr, brr, sk, st, brr, sk, tr, Stop right there. So 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 6 is 42. We had 42. Awesome job, friends. Okay, now we're going to be practicing from some phonology practice. You are going to repeat the word. I am going to tell you to leave out a syllable. You're going to tell me what remains. Okay? So we're going to practice. Ready? Say the word chimpanzee.
Chimpanzee.
Take away Z. What is left?
Chimpan.
Chimpan. Good. Say the word grasshopper.
Grasshopper.
Take away grass. What's left?
Hopper.
Say the word octopus.
Octopus.
Take away ock.
Topus.
Good. Topus. Yes. Say bumblebee.
Bumblebee.
Take away bum.
Bee.
Okay, I'm taking away bum and
Bumblebee.
bumblebee. So which one is it? Bumblebee. Good. I can't forget the medial sound. Next word, jellyfish.
Jellyfish.
Take away fish. What's left?
Jelly.
Good. Next word, kangaroo.
Kangaroo.
Take away roo.
Kanga.
Kanga. So ready? Let's do that one again. Kangaroo. Take away roo. I still have kanga. So kanga. Good job, guys. All right, now we are going to practice our ED sounds. All right, remember, suffix ED comes at the end of a base word. And suffix ED can sound 3 different ways. D, ed, or t. All right, so let's practice. What is this first word? Listen to me. Landed. Repeat after me.
Landed.
Acted.
Acted.
Jumped.
Jumped.
Sailed.
Sailed.
Folded.
Folded.
Good. All right, we're going to start right here at landed. Ready? Go.
Landed. Acted. Jumped. Sailed.
Folded.
Acted.
Jumped. Let's read that one again.
Jumped.
Jumped. Jumped.
Sailed. Folded. Landed. Jumped. Sailed. Folded. Landed. Acted.
word again? Jumped. Remember, ED says t when my base word has an unvoiced final sound. So in jump, P is unvoiced, so my ED is going to sound like t. What is this word again? Jumped. Good. All right. Now, if you could please get out your dry erase materials, we're going to be practicing our handwriting. I am going to be saying letters. You are going to write the cursive letter, and I am looking for the bridge. Okay? So, let me show you a review of bridge. Okay? So, if I said T, P, this is the bridge, the connecting piece that goes from the letters. Okay? All right, I'm going to leave this here as an example. We are connecting letters together. Okay, are you ready? Ready? First letter. First letter. L, A. L, A. Good. I like how you have the connecting bridge. Awesome. This is a good bridge. Excellent. Very nice. Good. And remember, L has a loop at the top. It's all good. All right, now erase your board. Now I'm going to say the sounds. I want you to repeat the sound, and then we're going to write that letter for the sound. Okay, so ready? Here are the two letters. Ah. Actually, that's a real word. I don't want it to be a real word. Sorry. What are you writing first?
T.
Very good. And I'm looking for the bridge. Excellent. The bridge. Nice. I like how your T is a tall letter. T, tall, all the way up to the top. Good. And then when you make your T, there's no length in between. Perfect. All right. Ready. Next two letters. Ready. S. What's the sound? S. The letter is S. Next sound. Ready? Right. Looking for the P. Oh, and I have a P right up here too. P right here is P. Good. S.
S is the boat sail.
Remember, looks like a sailboat. Good. Excellent. Okay, remember your P needs to be a hang down letter. Good. All right. Good thinking. You got it? Keep going all the way down. Good. Awesome. Good job. And I checked your bridge. That's a good bridge. Excellent bridge. Excellent bridge. Excellent bridge. Yes, it is. Okay, good job. All right, erase your board, please. All right, now we are going to be working on our decks. Okay? All right, are you ready? Put your lid on your marker. Okay, we are going to be working on our reading decks. Are you ready? A closed syllable. A closed syllable ends in at least one consonant. The vowel in a closed syllable is short. Code it with a brief. Good. Ready?
A, apple, A. O, octopus, aw. U, umbrella, E, echo, I, itch, it.
Special situations, they have a mind of their
Own.
A. Or this is A as in watch. It says
Aw.
there you go. Y'all remember. Good. And A, banana. Very good. Now you remember. They have the mind of their own, remember? All right, open syllables. An open syllable ends in at least one vowel. The vowel in an open accented syllable is long. Code it with a macron. Long vowels say their names.
Yo-yo, me, I, no, she, go.
Sorry.
I,
Y.
V.
Good. All right, consonants. Consonants close the mouth. The sound is blocked or partially blocked by your teeth, tongue, or lips. W. Wagon. Q. Queen. Good.
Z, zipper. X, box.
Good.
V, Valentine. K, kite.
These cards aren't fun to flip today.
R, rabbit.
T.
T, table. N, nest. S, sock. P, pig. S, nose. L, leaf. D, dog. Y, yarn.
Good.
C, cup.
Good. All right, we'll start here for tomorrow. All right, good job. Now we're going to practice our spelling deck. You're going to get out your dry erase board again. Ready. I'm going to say the sound. You're going to repeat the sound, and you're going to write the letter. Okay, I have the poster right here since this is pulled down. Ready. We're going to start with what letter? What sound? All right, what letter?
P.
Good. Name and write. Okay, you check. Okay, perfect. Good.
Is that a P?
Yes.
Really?
Go ahead.
That's
Perfect.
a Q.
No, that one's a P. All right, ready. Next two letters. Good job on P. These are two letter combinations. What two letters am I hearing? What is it? Good. Ready? Right. Excellent. I like how everybody's checking their wow. They have their hand on their paper. All right, remember, when you get down here, we need a bridge, and then you go into your G. So come right there. Yep, bridge, which is what we were working on before, and then go into your G. Ready? Boom. There you go. You got it. Perfect. Loving the bridges this time. Excellent N, excellent G. All right. Perfect. Perfect. All right, ready? Erase. All right, next letter. R. All right, you remember which one the R is? Okay. Good. It is a medial letter. It goes to the midline. Good. Awesome. Good job. All right, that was a fast one for y'all. All right, here's one we need more practice with. The letter is Z. Okay. Z is right.
It's right there. If you move
It is right up there.
It's
It
just
is.
and
And it's right here.
oh, that's a Z?
Perfect. It is the it goes to the midline. Excellent. And then you.
Oh.
Yep. There you go. Keep going down. You got it. Perfect. You got it. You guys, y'all see, like, so fabulous this time. Proud of y'all on that. All right, good job, my friends. Now we're going to be working on our reading practice page. In your desk, could you please get out your reading practice page?
We put our dry erase
You can put your dry erase materials to the side. Now we're going to go work on our reading practice page. All right. All right. We are going to be working on our reading practice page today, and we are going to be practicing our syllable division. I am showing us our syllable division card because we practiced this, and now I want to see what you can remember on this reading practice page. Let's look at our syllable division rules to see what we are going to be doing. What's the first step that we need to do when we look at syllable division? What do we do first? We look for the number of vowels. Then we look for suffixes, or we look for our final stable syllable, like B-L-E as in bubble. So let's go do that first with our first word on line number 1. If you know this word, please don't say it, okay? All right, let's use our pencil. What are we doing first? We're looking for the what? Vowels. Good memory. All right. What are our vowels in this word?
O and E.
O and E. All right. Come and mark a little V underneath. Okay. Step 2. I use my fingers and I put them right under the vowels. I put them right under the vowels and see, are there 2 consonants?
Yes.
If there's 2 consonants, we divide between the 2 consonants. So let's go look and see. All right, what do I have between? What is B a consonant?
No.
Is L a consonant?
Yes.
All right, ready? Mark them with 2 little C's. Where do we put our division line? Between the 2 consonants. So between the B and the L. Okay, ready? I'm coming to C. Does yours look like mine? Does yours look like mine? Yes? Yes. Good. All right, now we need to check to see where our accent mark is going to be, and we need to code it. I like to code first, then I like to go back and use my accent mark. All right, so let's look. I have a vowel followed by a consonant. That vowel is closed, coded with a breathe. Okay. So, my first sound is going to be, my first syllable will sound like what? Prob. All right. Now let's check our second syllable. Do I have a vowel followed by a consonant? Yes. So this E is going to sound like code it with a. Okay, so now I have what in my second syllable? Limb. All right, let's put them together. Problem. All right, we accent on the first syllable. Put your accent right above the B. And we say problem, problem, problem. I'm working on a math Problem. Okay, good. All right. Now let's do number 2. I want you to look at number 2. I want you to code and prepare number 2. I'm going to use this, leave this right here so you can see the syllable division rules. Good. All right, and don't forget, code the short vowel sounds. Yep. All right, ready? Read. What is the word?
Classic.
Classic. Good. All right, ready? Code and prepare this next word. Good. Ready? Read.
Bottom.
Is it bottom?
Button.
Why is it button and not bottom? What do you see right here?
A U.
A U. And remember, U says So does yours look like this? Button. My pants have buttons. Good. All right, ready? Line 2. I want you to code and prepare the words. And then we will read. Good. Awesome. All right, what's the word? Go to the next one. You got it. Go to the next one, please. You got it. Go to the next one. You got it. Let's go on to the next one. You have it here. What's this first word? Say it again. It's good. Short vowel. Short O says Yep. Code it with the breathe. Yes, you just said it. What is it? Yeah, tell Gracie. What is it? Yep. Yep. God. Yes. Goddess. Okay, let's read this first line right here. What do we have? This first word right here in line 2. Good. Trumpet. Trumpet. Goddess. Basket. I don't have an L right next to the B, so it's basket. I put my Easter eggs in a basket. All right, let's look at line 3. I want you to code and prepare the words that you need to. Code and prepare the words that you need to. You might not need to do all of them. Good. Do you know this one? Yep. What about this one? Yes. Yes, it's a delicious piece of meat that people cook. Good. Can I read this one for you? Yep. Yeah, what is that one? And this one? You got it. Yes. Yes. Perfect. Close. It's got a G at the end. ready? Let's read line 3 together. First word, brisket. Good. I like to eat delicious brisket. Catnip. Let's look at this one again. Okay, check your work with mine. Do you have the vowels located in between the two vowels? I have consonants. I divide between the two consonants. I'm looking M-U-S. Oh, that's a closed syllable. Code it with a 3. What's my first syllable? Must. Hey, what's the second? What is it? Tame. Let's put them together. Mustang. Mustang. A wild horse. Or Ford has a car named Mustang. It's named after the wild horses. All right, let's read the next 3 together. Okay, ready? Ooh, what did y'all just say? Common. Good. Tunnel. Trinket. Okay, like a little trinket, a little like a decoration piece. All right, if you could get your highlighter, I am going to ask you to highlight some words. All right, I want you to highlight the word that I sound out into syllables. Ready? Highlight, just use your pencil. Highlight problem. 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 Which word am I sectioning out? Problem. What is that word? Problem. Good. All right. All right. Second line, I want you to circle or highlight a musical instrument. Let's read the words. Ready? We have trumpet. What's this one? Goddess. Basket. All right. Which one is a musical instrument? A trumpet. All right, line 3, you're actually going to circle 2 words. Circle 2 animal words. Let's read these together. Ready? Brisket. Read it together with me. Ready? Brisket. Catnip. What is it? Mustang. Mustang. What are the 2 animal words? Catnip. Cats play with catnip. And Mustang. A Mustang is a wild horse. All right, let's look at line 4. Read these words with me. Ready? Common. Tunnel. Trinket. I want you to circle the word that means a tiny little item. A tiny little item. All right, what did you circle, Grayson? A trinket. Good. All right, the words that we added to this list are common and trumpet. All right, we are going to read our regular words for 1 minute. All right, are you ready? Jan. Ready? Read again. Jan. Smog. Lapful.
Leaf. Feeling.
Look at it again. It's got an FL.
Belly. Filling.
Let's look at it again. FL. O.
Flinky.
O. E. Okay. Look at me. O. O. E. Ing. Fleeing. Fleeing. Like running fast. Fleeing.
Pins.
Yes.
Didn't. Sent. Pass. Spend. Tis.
Good. All right, stop right there. Okay, now we are going to go on to our spelling. Okay? So if you can please get out your other piece of paper. I'm going to lift it up here. today we're going to practice our rabbit rule. All right, remember we talked about the rabbit rule last week? All right, we're going to practice the rabbit rule, and we are going to spell some words with our pencil on the rabbit rule page. All right, we are going to be looking at Save Our Spelling, and we're going to be checking our vowels. So check to make sure you got your vowel position. And we are going to read the top of our rabbit rule, or doubling the medial consonants, with your highlighter. I want you to highlight what we're going to be reading here. All right, let's look at first what I want you to highlight. Okay, so pick up your highlighter before we use our pencil. And we're going to highlight this top part here where it says the rabbit rule. All right, right here. It says, yep, right there, perfect. A medial consonant sound immediately after a short vowel in a 2-syllable base word is spelled with double consonants. Let's look at the example. All right, so here is my rabbit rule. Ready? We are going to spell the word ribbon. Okay, let me set my timer. All right, let's use our SOL. First, look and listen. The word is ribbon. What's the word?
Ribbon.
Ribbon. All right, now let's echo and think. How am I going to spell ribbon?
Ribbon.
Okay, what are my letters? R, I, B, R, I, B, ribbon. What's my first letter? R. What's my second letter? I, B. All right, now let's look. I want to double check to make sure that my first syllable has a short vowel sound. I. Does my first syllable have a short vowel sound? I. Yes. Okay. So, do I have 2 syllables? Ribbon. Ribbon. Yes. So, I have to double the medial consonants. What's my medial consonant after I, B, B?
B.
B. So, how many B's do I need?
2.
1, 2. So, R, I, B, B.
I-N-G.
Rib, un. Okay? Try it with U-N, but what do we know about the schwa sound? Okay? Remember, schwa makes a word sound lazy. It makes that letter sound lazy. So if a U doesn't work, what other letter would I want to use? Rib, un. N is there. I think we should try an O. Try an O.
An O?
Okay, so how would we spell it? Ready? R, I, B, B. Before the N, we got to put a vowel. O, N. O, N. Try an O. R, I, B, B, down here. Okay, good. All right, let's check it with mine. All right, ready? Ribbon. R, I, B, B. It is a schwa. O, N. This O sounds like okay? Ready? So rib, un, ribbon. My first vowel is a short vowel sound. I have 2 syllables, 1, 2. So I have to double the medial consonant. Ribbon, ribbon. All right, ready? Let's do the next one. The next one is rabbit. Rabbit. Ready? Let's sound out rabbit. Ready? R, A, Rabbit.
Rabbit.
Let's do our checkpoints. Do you hear two syllables? Rabbit. Rabbit. Do you hear two syllables? Rabbit. Yes. Is my first vowel in that first short vowel? Yes. It is going to be a rabbit roll. What am I going to need to do with the double syllables? The double consonants, I mean. B. What am I going to do with them?
BB.
BB. Good. Ready. R. A. B. B. I. T. Good. All right. Excellent. Here we go. R. A. B. B. I. T. Let's check the checkpoint. Do I have two syllables? Rab it. Yes. Is my first syllable a short vowel sound? Yes. Do I have two medial consonants? Yes. So rabbit. Rabbit. Good. Running. Next word. Tin is. Tin is. Ready? Let's check. What's the word? Look and listen. Tennis. Ready? Let's name the letters and sound it out. Ready? Tennis. I. I. M. I. S. How would I spell it? Ready? Tell me the sounds again. T. I. M. I. Is. Okay. Now, with our Texas accent, it sounds like I, but it's really a. So when you say it fast, it's tennis, but when I spell it, it's a. Ready? Right. Good. Okay, let's check. Would there be a double N? Do I have is? Do I have the short vowel sound? I? Yes. Do I have two syllables? Tin is. Yes. So is it two N's in the middle? Yes. All right. With our Texas accent, sometimes we have some words that we can say that are really fast. And we say it tennis, but we spell it with our Texas accent, it says it, we say it a little bit faster. Tennis. All right. Did you spell tennis correctly on your paper? Perfect. Good job. All right. You can slide this paper into your desk. We're going on to the next thing. All right. The next thing is going to be our reader again. Okay. In this reader, we are going to be practicing today some words. Let me get the words ready that we are going to be practicing. All right. I'm going to write these words on the board. I want us to look over these words before we read them. All right. Look at this first word. All right. What is this first word? Thanks. I wanted us to go over this word. I know you know this word right here. What is this word? But what does this apostrophe mean? Okay. It means what? What do we do with that apostrophe? So the apostrophe is there to show ownership. So for Hanks, that means something is going to be belonging to Hank. Okay, so this apostrophe means, apostrophe S means Hank has something. We're going to read to find out what Hank has. Okay? The next word that I want us to look at is the word C-A-N apostrophe T. word?
Can't.
Can't. All right. I know C-A-N is a closed syllable. Can. What does this apostrophe mean in this word?
He like.
Is it showing ownership?
No.
Does something own a can?
No.
No. This apostrophe is taking place of the O and not. So it stands for can not. But we shorten it up and say can't. Okay, so you're going to see apostrophes in this reading today. Some of them are to show ownership, as in Hank's. Hank owns something. Some of it is to take place of a letter. Okay. Now, the next thing that we're going to look at is, I want us to look at this word, F-L-A-G.
Flag.
Flag. And remember, F-L says what? Ag. Flag. And one more word. The word is longs. Don't forget suffix S, and this suffix S is a voiced S. All right, today we're going to read for accuracy. That means I want us to be reading for correct words. All right, let's read the title together. Ready? Hank's nap. Who can tell me what they did on Saturday?
Me. I can.
What'd you do Saturday?
So I watched TV.
Yeah.
I played with my brother and swim in the pool.
Nice. Lovely.
I took a nap.
I did too, girl. What'd you do on Saturday?
I went to go see my dad play and I fell asleep in the car.
Nice. So you took a nap. After all those things you did on Saturday, were you tired and you took a nap?
I went to bed. I also took a nap.
You went to bed that evening.
I took a nap.
You chilled out, so you relaxed a little bit. Okay, so in the title, if it says Hank's nap, what's belonging to Hank?
The nap.
His nap. All right, so we're going to be talking about Hank and how he's taking a nap. All right. Yes.
Hank is a sad lad.
Okay, and a lad is a friend or a boy.
His dad said Hank had to nap. Hank sat on his cot
Yep.
and said, I can't nap. Dan, is it black?
Is AT says act.
Act flag
What is it, Emily? Pond. Pond.
Dan and I
Land
to dig on in
sand
at Flag's Pond.
pond. Okay, everybody reread this page, and I'm going to come around and listen to you. Thank you. Reread it again. Use your fingers. Yep. Mhm. Yep. Good. Keep going. Sand. Good. All right. Turn to page 3. Okay. Let's go ahead and read page 3. And I want you to think, what is a cot? What is a cot? Okay, so let's read page 3 to see what a cot is. Okay, ready? I'm going to come around and I'm going to listen to y'all read page 3. Ready? Go. flops on his cot to nap. What's a cot?
Bed.
It's like a small bed. Usually, sometimes they will fold up, and you can carry them when you're camping, and so you can lay them out to where you won't have to lay on the ground. They kind of stand up a little bit. So it is a type of camping bed. Whose cot is it? Hank's. All right. And he's clapping his hands. Hank has a plan. What's Hank's plan going to
He's
be?
going to take a nap at the place. He's going to fold up his bed, take a nap at the place.
Okay, because you can move cots, right? So is he going to fold up his cot and move him to a different place? All right, take your sticky note. Tomorrow, we're going to read about what Hank is going to do with his cot. Okay, just keep them right here. We're not finished. Okay? All right, ready. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to be working on our oral language. We're going to be practicing what we have in my hands. Okay? So, I have something very cool in my hands that can come from the ocean.
What the? A seashell?
It's a type of seashell. All right, I'm going to pass it around to Grayson. And when he's done, he's going to pass it to Jack and bring it around. You're going to look at it. All right. I want you to describe the object to me. Tell me the name of this object, which you already told me the name. What is it?
Seashell.
It's a seashell. It's a what? Seashell. Okay, it's a seashell. Two words come together to make seashell. What are they? Seashell. Seashell. The first word doesn't have an SH. It has S. Ready? Practice with me. Seashell. The second word has a sh. Seashell. Seashell. All right. Tell me where this seashell belongs. What are some categories? What are some groups? Pass it to the baby so she can see it. What? All right, under the sea. Where else? In the sand. Right.
On the ground?
On the ground. On the ground where? Like, am I going to go to my house and see a seashell on the ground?
No, like
Where do we have to be?
in the
At
ground
beach.
at the beach.
At the beach or at the sea
It
or at
kinda
the
looks like
ocean,
It
because
kinda-
ocean and sea
You can find
are
like,
synonyms.
maybe streams. It kind of looks like one of those snails.
It kind of does look like a snail shell. It could have had a crustacean inside of it. And yes, sometimes there will be some shells at freshwater places, like some lakes or ponds or rivers, but most of the time the shells are going to be at oceans, okay? All right, I'm going to pass it around again so you can see it. Tell me the function of the shell, like what do we use it for?
Some people use it to like cook.
Okay, what do you mean?
Cause
You're on the right track. Tell me what you're thinking. What do you mean by cook?
I mean like they also cook the stuff that's in it.
There you go. They cook the things that come in it. A lot of the times if it's a shell that looks like this and it has a hollow inside of the shell, it's called a conch or a conch, depending on where you are. It's called a conch shell, and it kind of looks like an oyster or a mollusk or a mussel inside of it. You're right. They do cook it. Okay. What else is a shell used for?
Decorations.
Decorations. That's what I love to do in the summer. Yes, necklaces, earrings, bracelets. You got it?
I love how it's curved. On a trip and he brought us like a bag of seashells.
I love that. Seashells are beautiful.
I love how it's curved.
Yes, it is curved. So tell me the color and the shape of the shell.
Brownish. It's
Bluish
a brown,
red, blue.
Yeah, that one does have a little bit of a different. Oh. Oh. Okay, can you grab it? That one does have a little bit of a different color, and the shape is, what's the shape of it?
Like, it's kind of
It's
Like
curved.
curved, like a swirl. That's a good one. Curved, swirl. A swirl is like, this right here is a swirl. See how it comes around? It's a swirl. Mm-hmm. Okay, feel it. How does it feel?
Feels
It
kind of
feels like
rough,
soft.
Yes.
Soft,
Mhm.
rough.
Yep.
It's kind of like some scratch.
Okay.
Because somebody
So-
dropped it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you know, also too, shells remind me of fossils as well, because you can have a seashell that is a fossil that has been found from a long time ago. All right, let's compare the seashell to this bottle cap.
It's kind of like.
They're kind of the same height if it was a full circle.
But
Okay, which one's bigger?
Cap.
The bottle cap.
we can only know.
Now,
If
do shells only come in this size? No. No, they can be big, they can be
the size of my
small.
medium.
It depends on where they're coming from, right? How long they have been in the ocean. Do caps, this is a pretty medium-sized cap. Are
like
they always the same size?
No.
Like on a Gary bottle, it's bigger.
You got it.
And on like a soda bottle, it's like more little.
Yep.
And it's little but longer.
On a plastic water bottle, it's so small.
Yes. And are caps always red?
No.
No, most of the time
They
they're
could be
clear,
blue,
right?
red,
Right.
green.
I have one that's
Good.
green at
Can you
home.
fit?
You got
Can you
it.
fit it?
We could, on this one we can. All right, good job, guys. Okay, tomorrow I'm gonna bring us some more shells because I love to collect shells. So I've got a shell collection.
I have like
I have a
Do you?
crystal
I have
collection.
one that's very big, and I have the other ones like in medium size, and I think I have like a small one.
Nice. Okay, friends, we are going to end today with a book called The Last Day Blues because I think I'm gonna cry when you guys are gone. You're so fabulous.
we
We've
still
been
gonna
through
come home with
so
fifth
many
graders?
things this year. Oh yeah, we still have the rest of this week and next week. This is called Last Day Blues. On the Monday morning before the Friday that was the last day of school, Miss Hartwell took attendance. She sighed as she called out the last name. I'm going to miss all of you, she said.
I have a question.
The kids nodded in agreement. I'm going to miss my friends, said Shannon. I'm going to miss Daisy, said Dan. The snake is Daisy. I'm going to miss a chocolate milk and a pizza for lunch, said Joe. Everyone felt a little blue thinking about the last day of school, even Daisy. Daisy's sad too. That afternoon during recess, the students talked as they hung out on the jungle gym. Mrs. Hartwell said she's going to miss us, said Alexandra, swinging from a bar. We should get a present to cheer her up, said Eddie, hanging upside down by his knees. I could give her the rest of my sandwich. It's my mom's bologna special, said Josh. Or a cup of coffee, or a new pen, the kind with feathers and beads. The students thought and thought, but couldn't come up with one single idea that they all agreed on. We'll think of something tomorrow, Eddie assured everyone as they lined up at the drinking fountain. On the Tuesday before the Friday that was the last day of school, Miss Hartwell read the final page of their last read-aloud book. I'm going to miss this time, said Miss Hartwell. I'm going to miss science, said Emily, and I'm going to miss seeing Miss Hartwell wear her safety goggles during science, said Jack. And so before they got too sad, Miss Hartwell put on her safety goggles one last time, just for fun. We definitely need to cheer Miss Hartwell up, said Andy during recess as he jumped out of the swing. Any idea about a present, Eddie asked. Nope, they all answered back.
My dad's name is Andrew.
On the Wednesday before the Friday that was the last day of school, Miss Hartwell brought in her super duper sugar cookies with extra frosting. I'm going to miss snack time, but I can't wait for barbecues by the pool, said Jack. I'm going to miss recess, but I can't wait to play hide and seek outside after dinner, said Alexandra. Okay, we're going to stop right there and pick up tomorrow. All right, before we go, I want you to turn to your partner, Jack and Emily, our partners, Nevaeh and Grayson, our partners, and I want you to tell something that you learned today. Today I learned blank. Today I learned blank. Okay, so think. What did you learn today? Today I learned blank.
I learned today
That we're gonna be really sad when last day of school.
Today I learned about the
Ooh, I like that.
Today I
Good.
learned about
The seashell. And I learned about the rabbit roll.
I learned about the bubble
Good.
roll.
BLE bull.
Today I learned about
What do we remember about syllable division? Today we learned about
syllable division.
good.
Cursive, vowel, consonant.
Good job. All right, guys. Give yourself a pat on the back. Thank y'all so much for being amazing.